I have a question for you. What if you could stop time for 24 hours? No one would move, speak, or even breathe. The world would be frozen. What would you do in these 24 hours? Let me know in the comments below. Welcome to our channel where we share with you the most amazing stories from around the world that bring light to human condition. The good, the bad, and the truly inspiring. Remember to subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. Our first story is from Mexico City, Mexico. A firefighter from Mexico City suffered from panic attacks when he was younger. He overcame them by helping others and saving lives. But in 2014, he had a mild heart attack. His doctor advised him to take it easy and gave him 3 months off work. At first, he thought his career as a firefighter was over. Then he decided to look into other options within the fire department. He started working at a fire station, answering phones and scheduling firefighters' shifts. Though it wasn't what he wanted, he was still happy to be of service. In April 2016, the mayor of Mexico City announced the creation of a new position within the fire department, Civil Protection Volunteers Coordinator. The job involved visiting schools and talking to children about safety and fire prevention. After careful consideration, our firefighter applied for the role, was hired, and was very excited to start. On his first day on the new job, he visited a school in the Iztapalapa borough. He was greeted by the principal and a group of kids. He introduced himself and told them about the importance of fire safety. After his presentation, he asked them questions about what they had learned. He was impressed by their knowledge and enthusiasm. As they filed out of the classroom, one girl stopped and asked him why firefighters wear those big coats and hats. She said she thought they were silly. He explained that they were necessary for certain types of fires, and that they also kept them warm when they went inside burning buildings. She seemed satisfied with this answer and went on her way. He continued his rounds, visiting classrooms and talking to kids about everything from how to escape a burning building to how to prevent fires at home. He was having such a great time that he forgot all about the incident at the supermarket. Suddenly, he heard screams coming from outside. He rushed to the window and saw a plume of smoke rising above the trees. He recognized the building as the same supermarket where he had his accident 2 years earlier. Without hesitation, he grabbed his coat and headed for the door. When he got outside, he saw that the fire was spreading rapidly. People were running everywhere, some carrying their belongings, and others just running for their lives. He knew he had to do something. He called for backup and then ran into the burning building. When the other firefighters arrived, they formed a bucket brigade and started passing water from the street to the burning building. It was too dangerous for them to go inside, so they used long hooks to pull people out through the windows. They worked tirelessly until every single person was safe. As dawn broke, the fire was finally extinguished. When the firefighters went inside to inspect the damage, they found that the fire had started in the basement and spread to the upper floors. The cause of the fire is still unknown, but it is believed that it may have been electrical. No one was injured, and this firefighter was hailed as a hero for his bravery. Our next story is from Paris, France. A man was walking through the busy streets of Paris when he noticed an old woman struggling to cross the road. He stopped and offered to help her. She thanked him and accepted his assistance. As they walked along, the man noticed that the old woman was very slow and frail. He could tell that she was having trouble keeping up with him. He slowed down and continued to help her along. He was patient and kind, and the old woman seemed to appreciate his help. After a few minutes, they came to a busy intersection. The man stopped and waited for the light to turn green before crossing the street. He looked back at the old woman and realized that she had disappeared. He panicked and started to search for her. He looked under cars and behind bushes, but she was nowhere to be found. He started to feel desperate and was about to call the police when he heard a loud gasp. He turned around and saw the old woman standing in front of him. He couldn't believe his eyes. He asked her what she was doing and why she had run away from him. The old woman looked at him and said, "Thank you for your help, young man. But I didn't want to be a burden to you. I'm sorry if I caused you any trouble." The man was shocked. He had never seen anyone so strong and independent. He apologized for not understanding and promised to help her whenever she needed it. The old woman smiled and said, "Thank you, but I think I can manage on my own." With that, she turned and walked away, leaving the man in awe. Our next story is from Toronto, Canada. A bus driver in Toronto, Canada saved the life of a young boy who had fallen onto the subway tracks. The driver was operating his bus along the usual route. When he saw a group of children playing near the edge of the platform, he slowed the bus and called out to them to be careful. he didn't want them to fall onto the tracks. As the bus pulled away, he saw one of the boys slip and fall onto the tracks. The driver quickly stopped the bus and jumped onto the tracks. He managed to grab the boy before he could get any further down the tunnel. He pulled him to safety and onto the platform. The driver was hailed as a hero for his quick reactions. He had saved the boy's life. The boy's mother was so grateful to the driver that she offered to buy him lunch. She said she couldn't thank him enough for what he had done. The driver declined the offer, saying that he was just doing his job. Our next story is from London, England. A man was walking through the city when he saw a homeless person begging for money. He didn't have any cash on him, so he decided to buy the homeless person a sandwich instead. He approached the homeless person and asked if he would like a sandwich. The homeless person looked up at him and said, "I'd love a sandwich, but I don't have any money." The man smiled and said, "Don't worry, I'll pay for it." He took the homeless person to a nearby store and bought him a hot sandwich and a cup of coffee. He also bought himself a sandwich and sat down to eat with the homeless person. They talked for a while, and the man learned that the homeless person was a veteran who had served in Afghanistan. The man was moved by his story and decided to do more to help him. He took the veteran to a soup kitchen where he could get a hot meal, and then to a shelter where he could get a bed for the night. He also gave him some money so that he could buy new clothes and shoes. The man felt good about himself for helping someone in need. He knew that he couldn't solve all of the problems in the world, but he could make a difference in someone's life. And that's exactly what he did. And our last story is from New York, USA. A woman was taking a walk in Central Park when she saw a man sitting on a bench feeding the birds. She sat down next to him and they started chatting. The man told her that he was an artist and that he loved to come to the park to feed the birds and watch them fly. As they were talking, the woman noticed that the man was wearing a bracelet made out of bottle caps. She asked him about it and he told her that he had made it himself. He said that he collected the bottle caps and then glued them together to make the bracelet. The woman was impressed by his creativity and asked if she could buy it from him. The man refused, saying that it wasn't for sale. The woman understood and respected his decision. They continued to talk for a while longer, and the woman eventually had to leave. As she was walking away, she turned back to look at the man and saw that he had taken off his bracelet and was putting it on her wrist. She was surprised and asked him what he was doing. The man smiled and said, "I want you to have it. It's not much, but it's the only thing I have to give you." The woman was touched by his generosity and thanked him. She knew that the bracelet was more than just an accessory. It was a symbol of the man's kindness and thoughtfulness, and she would treasure it always.